11:30 a.m. against Motor City. And then a 1 o'clock start against Long Island. Indeed, that game over at Capital One Arena.
So we'll have some matinees coming up.
Some early days. Set your alarm. It's always good to have go-go basketball at any time during the day. Stevens knocking down that triple. Gabriel gets a handoff and kicks it to the corner. 3 short.
Well, Devon Dotson
good.
Got out in front of everybody. You heard Cody Topper yelling, push it, push it, push it. There was a goaltending call, so he'll get credit for the field goal.
So a couple of quick buckets, and then the Herd answers. 28-21, 7-point lead for Wisconsin. Stevens just knocked one of those down and gives it up. Hampton gives it right back. Stevens inside, big time battle, and a foul called against Gabriel. And for Gabriel, that's his first. A couple of big bodies in there. Gabriel at 6'9", 205. A beast on the boards. About 10 rebounds a ball game.
Stevens will give him a run for the money. He was
took it right to him. Stevens 6'11", 270 though. Big time weight advantage. There's Dot dribbling his way through.
Shot clock at
Wide
5.
open Mintz. 3 is good. A knockdown triple for Davion Mintz, who just checked in. And we asked Coach Toppert about the success of threes. He said it's all about the assist.
And again, great spacing. They were able to reverse the ball. It had been on the far side. They kick it over to Mintz right in front of us.
So Devon Dotson picking up the assist, his first, coming off the 14-assist game on Monday. Triple try, good for Elijah Hughes, who now is 7. Final 30 seconds here in the first quarter. Brett Harris, D. Lightham on the Monumental Sports Network. Mintz is going to fire another 3 off the mark, back iron. And the Herd are going to hold for the final shot.
Well, you immediately saw Hughes look up and see what was on the clock.
The Go-Go right now about half the points they scored the first quarter Monday when they put up 47. That 3 no good, and they're shooting the basketball. The Herd shot 61% in the first quarter. The Go-Go shot 59% in the first quarter. So, D, where's the D?
Well, the one thing the Herd did do was force 6 turnovers, which is how they built their 7-point lead.
Stevens feeling it from outside. The big fella's second triple of the ball game.
Well, he got an early nod off the bench because Michael Foster Jr. picked up 2 personal fouls.
That's a very tough bucket for Gabriel. Got to the basket. He's got 7, a perfect 3 for 3. Shooting. Check out the remaining 2024 Go-Go schedule. Get a full slate of games still ahead as we make the playoff push. Go to capitalcitygogo.com and get your tickets today. It's hard to believe. You look at the last month and a half or so, and all these games so important when you think about the playoff positioning. Mintz gets knocked hard to the floor. Slow to get up, and Stevens on a block.
Well, you saw some great help defense by Wisconsin on that last possession.
Ball quickly in, Hampton. And he's fouled. It's going to go against Malachi Smith. Smith picking up his first. Capital City, 13-9, 2.5 out of first place behind the Blue Coats in the Eastern Conference. Herd are right there. 12-10. And they're a game behind the Go-Go, so if you look at the standings, this one's a big one. You want to be in the top 6 to make the postseason.
Top 2 preferably, because then you get a bye in the first round.
We remember last year when the Go-Go got a home playoff game, great atmosphere here at ESA. They would hope to be in that position as a 3 or 4 seed.
And those first 2 rounds are single elimination games.
Yeah, right now the Blue Coats, top of the Eastern, and the Magic, just behind them, the Magic have been red hot, winning 6 straight. Oh, a handoff to Gabriel, who throws it down. Gabriel's been a menace inside.
He's adding to their points in the paint, which now are 14. And we talked about the hot start for Diallo. Gabriel also 4-4 from the floor.
Stevens thought Butler was going to cut. He didn't. And right back on the turnover. It was all Wisconsin Hurd under the basket for that rebound.
Not a great shot selection from R.J. Hampton.
But a good one for Hughes. Largest lead now for the Herd. They're up 13, 40-27. Mintz, footwork inside, cannot hit the short jumper. And a whistle on the floor. Amadou Diallo checking back in as Hampton heads to the bench. Take a look at the standings in the G League at the Blue Coats and Magic up top. The Indiana Mad Ants, very good team this year, 2 back, and you see the College Park Skyhawks would round out the 6 teams right now that would make the postseason.
And the regular season this year is a 34-game schedule.
9-0 run right now for the Wisconsin Herd over the last 2. Spin move, Gabriel. Diallo pushing. Diallo tripped up.
Well, he got sandwiched between Smith and Gabriel. I believe it goes against Smith.
We were talking about the regular season. The Go-Go were 8-8 during the showcase, but of course they reset when they start the regular season. But you know, it is a great way to get ready for the regular season. But as we've talked about, the team is so different from what we see in the showcase to what we see here in the regular season.
Really across the league, Brent, I think. I think a lot of teams see what they need, add pieces in that regular season push.
3-pointer up and short Sam Daniel. And a rebound for the Herd. Offensive board, a dribble, and a foul at the rim. And that's going to send Elijah Hughes to the foul line. Just looking at the standings in the Delaware Blue Coats, team you know rather well. We talk about the change from the showcase to the regular season. That is a team that really revamped their roster, and I had no idea that they had built what they had built until last couple of weeks we've seen how good they've been.
Well, the rookie of the year in the G League last year was Kenny Lofton Jr., and their ability to be able to get him has been a huge reason. And the reason he was available is because when John Morant came back in the NBA, they didn't have a roster spot for Lofton.
So that was a pickup this season. Of course, they lost some big-time players. Mintz gets all the way to the rim. Matt McClung, who just defended his slam dunk title, and they were stacked last year, winning the title and the championship, and this year was a whole new squad. Three-pointer knocked down. The coaching staff of the Go-Go wanted a 3-second violation there. But instead, they get a 3-pointer. Taylor Funk, you don't see a lot of deuces for Funk, but he got to the rim. He's got 2, his first bucket.
Well, you see Wisconsin getting back in transition D. And a big part of that is Gabriel. When your big can run like he does, that's a huge advantage.
You know, last couple of games where we have talked to head coach Cody Topper, he's talked a lot about transition D, how important it is for his ball club and how much they improved from 2 games back to the game Monday, but he said still he wants to see even more improvement. Gabriel, long three, no good.
Nice contest by Stevens.
Diallo, it's his first miss of the ball game.
And obviously Taylor Funk has helped in that category. Stevens in this game knocking down a couple, but we know that he's a three-point shooter as well.
Funk nearly at 40%. That has also gone up since he got here back in December. Diallo picks up his second personal. 4th team foul for the Go-Go. 13-point game here in the second quarter. Notice for the Herd 42, Sam Daniel doesn't have his name on his jersey. He was just signed yesterday, picked up in the available player pool. It's always a giveaway when you see a player step out without his name on the jersey. You think that to be pretty recent. Diallo. And Diallo, D, has been getting to the rim at will.
Yeah, they had 20 of their 40 points have come in the paint. Diallo, a big part of that.
Ryan Rollins knocking down a 3, and Rollins has 10. And since he's gotten to the Herd, played 2 games now with Wisconsin, averaging 19 points a ball game, and he is just right on that average here in the first half with double digits. Rollins with the ball now. Passed up the shot, gives it up. 4 minutes left here in the second quarter, and a turnaround jumper for Sam Daniel out of Toledo. He was playing with the Sudbury Five in the Basketball Super League until yesterday.
Well, excellent execution by him to cut with authority straight across the paint, knock down the mid-range jumper.
Bit of a slow start for Ryan Rollins, but he has heated up here in the second quarter. 10 points, 9 minutes, and 4 of 8. Jared Butler this season, you can see in the games he's played, wins and losses. D, he's a lot more efficient in the wins when he shoots a little bit less. His points per game go down, but the assists go up, and that's what I think Coach Topper's looking for.
Right now, he's 1 of 5 from the floor, and he has 1 assist, so we'll keep an eye on his passing.
Rollins again, now with 12. Diallo behind the back, just so difficult. His back was to the bucket. 60-44 Herd. Rollins got caught in the air and loose ball. Funk sends it out. Butler on a finish.
Butler with his second field goal of this game.
Ty Washington is going to heave a triple and get it. And a tie. How would Kentucky fare in the G if we got all the Kentucky guys together? Put them on one team.
I know in the NBA they have 26 guys currently, Kentucky guys in the NBA. It sounds like a big number to me.
Very impressive. Jump shot is good for Jared Butler. Starting to heat up. He's got 8.
Coach Cal has helped a lot of guys the path to the pros.
I remember talking with Diallo about his time at Kentucky before the season. He said he's still in contact, still very much involved, and checks in with Coach. And that's the kind you talk about Kentucky all around the league. You run into fellow players and alum all the time.
And it's amazing because a lot of them only go for 1 year, and yet he continues to have the success that Cal has had over the years.
Recruiting. Knockdown three for the former Kentucky Wildcat, Ty Washington Jr. He's in his second year. Former first-round pick from Memphis a couple of years back. Here's Bernard, looking for an opening, gives it up. Foster was knocked away, gets it back, then loses it, stays with the go-go.
Yeah, shot clock at 4. Which is plenty of time, but you just have to have good execution on this inbound.
And be aware as well. Bounce pass inside, Bernard went up and gets to the other side of the rim for the bucket. There's Robinson, looks at the shot clock, under 10 now. Kick to the corner, Rollins out to Washington. Washington floater. No good, but they get the offensive board, and then off his hands, like the same production, the same efficiency for Devon Dotson.
Well, what I like is that they have forced, as a group, 6 turnovers in this third quarter.
Dotson all the way to the rim on a dribble drive, back-to-back buckets, and it's a 1-point ball game with 1:15 left here in the third. And Dot's there on a rip. Kenny finish, gives it up for Butler on a throwdown.
Defense leading the offense.
Another missed shot and a board for Stevens.
But
Funk
you see
pushing.
the pace, you see the pace.
Defense leading to offense, and the go-go back out in front, 89-88. Take a look at Dot getting it done.
Dotson with a stutter step, and then Dotson getting in the passing lane, what we talked about at halftime. They've now forced Wisconsin into 9 turns.
What a smart decision by Dot to lay it off there for Butler. Knew he had the trailer. Shot clock was down to 4 and a foul. Jinko is going to pick it up all the way outside of the 3-point line.
They're in the penalty, so Dot will go to the line.
Dot's at 84% from the foul line this year. One for 2. And the lead out to 3 now for the go-go in the final 30 seconds here, the third quarter.
Brian, a really nice job by the reserves for Cody Toppert, because they were -10 at halftime, and now they're just 1 point off of the Herd reserves.
5 seconds with the shot clock, a lot of dribbling, got to get a shot off, and that is up, and a bank shot for Sam Daniel. Don't think he caught it from 3-point land, but it goes, it counts. Final 5 seconds here. Dot sees the clock, sets it in motion on a crossover kick out. Jules Bernard could not between the 4 and 5 seeds. So it is officially tied. They went back and looked at the play-by-play. 91-91 as we open the fourth quarter. And untied, Elijah Hughes knocks down a 3, but Art was right in his face.
Well, Wisconsin is not arguing the score, so 91 all at the end of 3.
Stevens up top for Butler, but it was knocked away. Daniel lost it going up, but he gets a call and a foul.
It'll go against Stevens, who got him with the body.
Just his first. But it will send Sam Daniel to the foul line, making his Herd debut. Picked up yesterday in the available player pool. Played his college ball at Toledo, knocks down the 1 for 2. Coach Udre for the Herd saw that big lead that they had at halftime dwindle away, but they opened up the fourth on a 5-0 run, 96-91. The Herd back out in front.
Shot clock at 5, Dot in some trouble.
And an offensive foul is going to go against Stevens.
Well, that's against Stevens, who was trying to set a pick for Dot.
12 turnovers now for the Go-Go. Foster subs in for Stevens, who goes down to get a breather. So the Herd with the basketball and a 5-0 run here to open up this fourth quarter. Long three, no good. Both teams shooting from outside, over 50% for the game. Dot, Butler, three, good. 7-footer knocks down the triple.
Yeah, both, as you said, shooting the three ball very, very well. That's the 11th make, which is what Capital City averages.
So not as many attempts, but certainly a lot more efficient here in this ball game shooting the three. And a rebound for the Go-Go. Coach calls out the play. Bernard, step back, triple, try, no good. He was short on it. Butler had an offensive board, and then he had it ripped away. Rollins was in there. Smith now on a transition three, and he hits it.
Well, we had said how the Herd were really good rebounding team. They have only allowed Capital City 2 offensive boards.
Tough drive for Bernard. He couldn't finish. Ball goes out of bounds and back to the Herd. Jules Bernard comes out as Jared Butler checks back in. A lot of options at the point guard position, both Dot and Butler in the game now at the same time. 5-point lead for the Herd and the basketball. Former Go-Go guard Rollins on a dribble drive, picked it up, took an extra step or two, and a travel call to turnover.
A 10th turnover for Wisconsin.
Go-Go put a lot of energy out on that run in the third, where they went on a 19-6 run. Foster, offensive board, a putback, and the foul.
So it's only 3 offensive rebounds, but they have scored on all 3. The shot goes up from John Butler Jr. and then Michael Foster Jr. really grabbing it out of the air. Maybe somebody got a piece of John Butler's outside shot.
Heads up play to know it's going to be short. He's short on a foul shot. By the way, Ryan Rollins now 4 fouls. Chico all the way to the reverse lay-in. Back to a 5-point lead for Wisconsin. Here's Davion Mintz. Instant offense on a step back. Triple, good. It doesn't take long for Mintz to heat up coming off the bench, and Vanellope knocking down a 3.
Well, he's a very good 3-point shooter. Maybe he doesn't get enough attempts, but he's now 2 of 3 from downtown today.
That 3 is short. It was Daniel who hit the bank 3 before. I think Foster was thinking of 14 turnovers now for the Go-Go. Ty Washington works around a pick, and that was a moving pick. They're going to call that against Daniel.
Well, I think what a lot of times when you maybe made the wrong call on the previous possession, you come back and make up.
Referees are human, right? I mean, they certainly will remember as Butler drives, and boy, that was in and out. Foster, a physical move, but had it taken away by the smaller guard for the Herd. quick ball movement as Washington drives. He's cut off. Porter, wide open three for Robinson. And that is off the mark. Mintz running.
Mintz calling for Michael Foster Jr. Come set a screen.
And Davion Mintz off the bench has been a real spark for the Go-Go. Knocks it down. He's got 10 in the ball game. Washington backs Foster out, and then a turnover.
Well, I think that was John Butler Jr.'s doing.
Count it!
But he's created some havoc defensively.
And he's got it on the foul shot, a three-point play. We are tied at 104. Ty Washington from the logo on a dribble drive, throws it up and connects. And now the Herd with a chance with their own three-point play.
Ty taking it to the paint.
Been the Herd's leading scorer this year, just over 19 points a ball game. Played 32 games last year with the Houston Rockets. He's a two-way with the Milwaukee Bucks, and here, of course, with the Herd. And can't hit on the foul shot. Mintz turns the quarter to the other quarter on a bounce pass. Now Dot's got it. Nobody open. Shot clock 5. Butler. No good, but Foster is. What a putback.
Well, Michael Foster Jr., a couple of offensive rebounds in this quarter and making good on him.
No good, and just saved by Butler. Butler and Mintz knocked into each other, and the ball looked like it was going to go out of bounds. Heads up play. Mintz behind the back, lost his footing, and it's a foul.
And here you'll see the floater by Jared Butler, and then in comes Foster Jr., two-hand slam. Nice put back for him.
He's had a real eye for the missed shot, the loose ball under the basket. We had the air ball earlier. He was in perfect position to grab it out of the